Okay, y'all. So I have black fatigue, and I know it may sound crazy coming from an African American male, and I know some people will be like, "Oh, you light skin." Look, my mama half Puerto Rican. I got her skin tone. She half black, half Puerto Rican. My daddy is very dark skinned. Even though I never met him. But yes, I have black fatigue as an African American male who's from New York City, from the hood, right? This is the reason why I have black fatigue. It's a few reasons. One of the reasons is we glorify negative stereotypes in our community. So growing up in Brooklyn, right? If you don't, if you not in a gang, you literally considered pussy. Let's just be honest. If you're not in a gang, you pussy. If you're not trying to fight for no reason, you pussy. I remember one time in middle school specifically, I showed up to school and there was a fight waiting for me just because some random girl that like I guess she liked me. She told another dude that he couldn't beat my ass. So guess what? He was like, "Yeah, I could beat his ass." So soon I showed up to school late that day, around maybe like I don't know, definitely before 1300, probably around like 10 o'clock. So hold on, y'all. So when I showed up to class, a lot of people was like, "Oh," so I'm like, I'm confused. I'm a kid, I'm confused. I'm like, "What?" Oh, his name was Christopher. He was like, "Christopher said he could whoop your ass." So I had one of the craziest fights of my childhood that day. We had like 3 fights in one day, and I got roped into it. And I knew if I would have declined fighting him, I would have been considered a punk. Everybody wouldn't want to be my friend. I wouldn't have been able to get no attention from the ladies. So I fought him. Negative stereotypes. This is what it's like growing up in a black community, especially coming from the hood. And I'm not saying all African Americans in America act like this and glorify gang violence and stuff like this, but a lot of us do. I got a few videos that I want to show you guys that will hopefully open your eyes. And the first one is actually interesting. The first one is DDG's brother. I guess he does food reviews, and he went to LA. And you know how like a lot of gangsters be like, "Yo, you gotta check in, you gotta check in." I'm gonna say my thoughts after this. Hopefully I'll be safe making this video, but let's just get into it.
Hopefully this place is good, because that food was good, but we didn't get to enjoy it, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Damo was doing his food review. There's a lot of people outside my car.
And what is this called again? Wana? Hey, bro. Yo, we supposed to be over here?
Cuz you on YouTube, bro, famous ass nigga, cuz what's up with it?
It was good.
Who told you to come over here?
What's this? No, it's the sense. I don't know.
Hold on, cuz.
What's good?
I got put Stormy and
I've been
everything.
doing this all day. You even got tased for it.
Hold on. Who you here with, cuz? You got people from the hood or something?
Nah, I'm here.
What's up, cameraman?
I got a camera, bro.
What's good, bro?
What is you recording for?
We just do YouTube and stuff.
That's crazy.
What do you got up in there? It's the East Coast.
Little Stormy sandwiches, son.
We just doing a little review. I don't like mayonnaise, so y'all can have that.
They don't like mayonnaise? That motherfucker look bomb. Yeah, man. What? How you
get over here?
That's what I'm wondering.
My nigga just found out about this spot. Hey, this bad cleat, bro. Yeah.
That nigga got money. He got money. You just came over here. You know this ain't Disneyland though, right, loved one?
You can't just dine it down. You can't just sit here. This ain't sitting right here. I'm just making sure you got everything look good, bro.
You gotta go or something.
Look, I'm
We get up out of here, but
Look.
you're not getting your food back.
You good? This us right here, my nigga.
Yeah, that's us.
My name P1. Look me up on Apple Music, cuz. These are the homies.
I don't want
nigga.
tacos, cuz.
You know what I'm saying? You got stuck still, though. You want tacos? You got stuck, though, right? Like bounce.
Welcome to the six pack, man. If you go on to the six pack when you don't check in, man, they know what's going on with the game.
Bounce.
Get out the game now.
So we good?
Hell no.
Huh?
You all right with me, girl? I got free Stormy.
Notice how as soon as they walk up to him, they talk about, "You supposed to be over here? It's a free country, right?" Because he's a black man, he not allowed over there though. Because he's a black man. The craziest thing about a lot of gangsters, not all gangsters, because I know a lot of gangsters that don't be moving like that. And I'm not. The thing about topics like this, most people are afraid to speak on it because they scared. I ain't scared. I ain't saying I want to beef with, you know, all these gang members. I can't win. I'm just one man. I'm not gonna act like I'm invincible. I'm so tough and none of that. But I'm not scared to talk about it because this stuff is stupid. When you go outside as a black man, you gotta be on guard for other black people. Like that video I reacted to when the guy was like, yo, I carry my gun outside, not for white people, for black people. Because I know soon, because of the way I look, because of the color of my skin, the way I dress, where I'm from, people automatically going to have a problem with me just existing. I told y'all in a previous video story how I went to the club. I got a girl, my friend married, and he got his girl, he got his wife, and he got his 4 kids. My other friend about to get married. So 4 couples all went out together, right? None of us gangbang. None of us on no tough shit. None of that shit. We in the club. We chilling. Niggas walk up to one of my mans talking about, yo, what's your set? Oh, nah, what's up then? Like trying to start trouble just because he's a black man. Notice how they almost never act like this towards the white man though. That's the craziest shit about it. You see another African-American male, now you have a problem with him just existing. Oh, you signed a permission slip? Remember those guys pulled up on the baby? You signed a permission slip? Like what? It's a free country, bro. But we afraid to speak about it though. Nobody wants to speak about that. Nobody wants to speak about it. This is just lameness. It's lame. Like say you broke without saying you broke. And no, I'm not trying to beef with these people again because I can't win. But I'm not afraid to talk about it because this shit is stupid, bro. It really is stupid. You can't do nothing as a black man and win because your own people be holding you down, bro. Your own people don't want you to win. Your own people pull up to you. They pulled up to him deep. What he was supposed to do in that situation? I know a lot of people be capping and like, you know how people like, yo, in that situation, oh, I would have boomed him. I would have boomed him. Nah, nigga, you wouldn't have did nothing. You would have stood there just like him. I'm gonna keep it a band. I just would have been like, man, I'm not even trying to be on no shit, bro. I'm just filming my content. I'm not gonna act like I would have been on no tough shit. No. But what he's supposed to do in that situation? Oh, so if he defends himself and take his food, nah, y'all not taking this from me. Guess what? Now he beefing with a whole hood. He don't even know these people. Now he beefing with a whole group of African-American males. Now he either got to kill them or they gonna kill him for sure. So what do you do in that situation? How do we get past this negativity? By stopping that dumb shit. Stop glorifying gang violence. If I'm not trying to kill a nigga, I'm a square. I'm lame though. I said that in one of my songs called World on Fire, bro. You can check that out on my channel. If I'm not trying to kill a nigga as a black man, I am lame. Isn't that crazy, y'all? We glorifying the wrong shit. Praising these super hoes. A lot of these rappers, I ain't gonna say no name because I'm an artist. But look, y'all, a lot of these female rappers y'all be praising, they be super hoes. And y'all praising them. Super hoes. They don't contribute nothing positive towards society, but you glorify them. You make it seem like they so great. And no, I'm not hating. I'm just pointing out the facts, bro. We're not paying attention. We're not glorifying the African-American males or African-American women who's really doing shit all the time. We're glorifying even though I like Sexy Red because I think her music lit, you know, any music that turn up a certain group of people is lit. Just because it's not my demographic doesn't mean I need a head on it. But y'all glorify the Sexy Reds and the Sukianas talking about eat a nigga ass. God bless these black women because I think, you know, they black women. I want them to win and everything, but y'all glorify them. But y'all criticize Candace Owens. And I'm not saying Candace Owens perfect, but y'all criticize and demonize Candace Owens. But y'all glorify Sexy Red. Come on, y'all. Come on, bro. This is one of the reasons why I have black fatigue for my own people. I don't even like going to predominantly black parties no more, bro. Because if I go to a predominantly black party, I know I'm probably gonna get into some shit. And I'm a loner, you know? So I'm not always hanging around with a bunch of people. If I do go out, I might go out with 2-3 people. Sometimes we might grow out as a group because I'm in the military, you know. We might go as a group. But most of the time I got my few people and I'm chilling. You know, so I know I'm gonna be outnumbered. I'm gonna go to a party. It's gonna be a group of non-blood niggas, right? One of them want my bitch. So now he eyeing my bitch, he being weird towards me, trying to little boy me. Next thing you know, I gotta defend myself. So now I'm in a situation I could have just avoided. This is why, even though I don't really fuck with the music, I'd rather go to a white club. Because in a white club, yeah, you gotta keep on your head on a swivel no matter where you at, but you don't have to be as much on guard. Cause you know niggas not everywhere trying to fucking find a reason just to kill you for no reason. Niggas be wanting to crash out over nothing. You know what would be the craziest part? Who said this shit? Busy Banks, right? I think that's his name. Busy Banks. He's a New York rapper, right? He was like, y'all niggas spinning, but y'all spinning on niggas that ain't even tough. Some of these hood niggas be spinning niggas that's not even in the war with them. That's not even into it with them. These be normal niggas minding their business. They be spinning on them. Just cause they might be the cousin of somebody who's in the gang. Y'all niggas lame, bro. Niggas lame. But we act like, in my culture though, we act like that's the standard. That's what you need to be though. That's the fucking standard. That's what all the young niggas want to be, right? You want to be a hood nigga. Growing up, I learned it's only a few options for when you be a hood nigga. Cause everybody wants to be a rapper, right? Or they use Lil Durk and all these rappers as, you know, as a blueprint. Or I want to be like him. You know how he's a 1% of a 1% of a 1% type of nigga when it come down to how far he made it in life. Most of these hood niggas, bro, most of y'all young niggas, I got any young niggas watching this video, you choose that lifestyle if you want. See if you be like Lil Durk. I promise you, you will not. I promise you, you will either be dead at a young age, in jail at a young age, or you're gonna be a bum ass nigga or 40 years old still selling dime bags on the corner. I go to the hood right now. Like last year, I went back to the hood, visited some family. It's this nigga that I grew up with. He like almost 50 years old now, still selling dime bags on the corner. But he getting respect around the hood though. I ain't gonna just disrespect him, but I'm not showing him no utmost respect like he's fucking somebody, bro. Not saying you gotta have money to be somebody. I'm saying you gotta have knowledge to be somebody. I ain't glorifying this nigga. It's little kids glorifying them. Because the kids gonna do what the parents do. And because the 20-something-year-old parents are glorifying this nigga like this nigga is the fucking standard. Guess what? The kids doing it too. The kids looking up to him. I want to be just like this nigga. Not knowing this nigga a bum ass nigga. Don't have a car, crib, or nothing. Selling dime bags, making $40 a day. If that. Literally, if that. We glorifying the wrong things in my community. A lot of my community poor. Guess what? Who got that shit on when we go outside though? Us. Who got on $500, $1,000 pairs of sneakers? Got those Balenci's, got those Dior. Who got that shit on when you make $30,000 a year, $40,000, $50,000 a year? Black people. I go to Manhattan sometimes. In Manhattan, the funniest thing, bro. You may walk past a multi-millionaire and not even know it. He looks like a bum. He got on some chill khakis, some what are those type sneakers, a plain white tee like this, and he just walking happy with his white girl by his side. You never know. You walk past a multi-millionaire. Because real money don't have to stunt. And there's a reason why. I want to show y'all a video I recently seen. Let's just get into it.
In 1954, Ebony magazine founder John H. Johnson funded a promotional film bluntly titled The Secret of Selling the Negro Market. The short documentary was aimed at advertisers insisting that Black Americans were not only consumers, but an untapped market ripe for products. It showed Black Americans, professionals, housewives, and students as participants in the American consumer society, emphasizing the economic power of Black families. In other words, Black people were framed as a market niche that businesses needed to recognize. This film's message was revolutionary for its time. On the one hand, it challenged racist assumptions by showing smiling Black doctors, teachers, and mothers shopping and enjoying modern goods. But on the other hand, it packaged Black identity as a commodity. It taught white executives exactly how to sell to Black consumers, implying they had been previously ignored or patronized. In effect, the film declared, "Don't ignore this audience, market to them like anyone else," while still treating race as a marketing category. It literally instructs companies to sell the image of success to Black Americans, promising that embracing this new consumer power could be a boon for business.
Notice how he said the image of success. Because when you wear Dior's and Balenci's and Polo and True Religion and all that shit, you have the image of being successful. In reality, you broke. I'd rather have 5 bands in my pocket, in my savings or in my checkings account, than to be wearing 5 bands on my body. I'd rather have that. Let's continue what he's saying, bro, because this was a very insightful video. Let's go.
Here is what sales psychologists have to say about selling to the Negro.
The secret of selling to the Negro is expressed in one word. That word is recognition. Now, there's nothing unusual about that. People want to be recognized. They need recognition. That's basic in all of us. But perhaps because he's had so little of it, the Negro needs even more. He needs to feel important and appreciated. This need is a very real and important one. It shows up even in many of the Negro's shopping habits. Anyone who sells or wants to sell to the Negro customer should know about some of these habits. 3 habits in particular play a big part in every sales transaction. To begin with, most Negroes buy by brand. They ask for products by name. They're quick to turn down off-brands. You see, for a long time, the Negro has been sold a lot of shoddy, second-class merchandise. So now he asks for name brands in order to make sure he gets his money's worth. Buying by brand, that's the first important Negro buying habit. Now for the second. The Negro buys good quality merchandise. Symbols of quality and prestige are very important to the Negro customer. This woman, for example, is buying fine crystalware. But she is also buying the admiration and approval of her friends and relatives. It's a well-known fact that many Negro customers are influenced by the opinions of others. What their friends may think of a certain item often decides whether or not the sale is made. So remember, the Negro buys quality merchandise. That's the second important point. And here's the third thing to remember when selling to a Negro customer. When he specifically asks for one thing, don't try to sell him something else. Don't try to switch him at the point of sale. If you do, he'll probably react something like this.
Doesn't he think I've got the money to pay for it?
There's a reason for this reaction. Again, because he's had experience with cheap merchandise, the Negro resents being offered a substitute. He wants to be sold on quality, not price.
This old film lays the groundwork for a persistent theme, materialism and identity in black culture. Decades later, we see echoes of these ideas in popular media. The Secret of Selling the Negro Market treated black Americans as objects of a marketing plan, a narrative about race and consumption that would resurface in unexpected ways. It treated progress as a market to be sold, and in doing so revealed a tension, celebrating black success yet still controlling the narrative for commercial gain. This film's confident assertion that the black community had spending power foreshadows how advertisers, corporations, and even black celebrities would continually wrestle with race, wealth, and image in American culture.
So you could follow, you could subscribe to this YouTuber's channel. His name is Spark Up. I didn't see the K. But Spark Up. This was a very nice video. Let's continue to talk about it, bro. Look, y'all, I'll get our roots. I definitely get where we come from. But if we keep on glorifying, putting money in the white man's pocket, we ain't never gonna go nowhere as a community. Our kids gonna be poor, just like we was poor. Our kids. Generational poverty. That's how they keep the poor and the rich keep getting richer. Why? Because the poor keep spending their money on the rich people products. People buying a pair of Balenciagas for $1,000, but they won't fucking save their money for a bunch of years and buy a house. Imagine if all the money you spent on drip for the last 5 years, you saved it. Imagine you had all that money. I know I would have thousands and thousands of dollars, and I don't even go crazy like a lot of people I know. So I can't even imagine some other people. We glorify the wrong things. Who owns Louis Vuitton? Everybody be talking about Louis V, right? Who owns Louis Vuitton? A white man. Who's getting all the profits for True Religion? A white man. Gucci, Versace, all these fucking brands, bro. Where is all that money going in a white man's pocket? They becoming richer and you becoming poor, and the gap between the rich and the poor is just growing exponentially. Every few months it grows more and more. In 2020, the richest people in the world made so much money. Research it. I don't even know the exact number, bro, but research it, bro. We glorify the wrong things, and this is why I have black fatigue. Not saying I don't hang around black people. Hell no. I can't really hang around too many white people. I start getting uncomfortable sometimes, depending on where I'm at, especially if I'm in like a real country area. But when I can't hang around certain types of black people. You know, I grow up with some dudes, and I be having to kick some dudes to the side. Stop hanging out with some dudes. Because you want me to be a hood nigga. You want me to be a crash out when that ain't going to put no money in my pocket. That's not going to help me build a legacy. Niggas be willing to crash out over everything, crashing out over a bitch. I know a nigga, I had a friend a couple years ago, right? While I was in New York, my friend was living in North Carolina. So he fucked this hoe, right? He met her, she slid into his DMs. He fucked her a few times. He stopped messing with her because he just wasn't feeling her. Tell me why she had a boyfriend the whole time. Secretly, the boyfriend found out. He shot up his crib. And my friend at the time, he lived with his parents. He had a little brother that's the age. His little brother probably was like 8 years old. He had a little sister that's like 2 little sisters. He got one that probably was like 16 at the time. One that probably was like 14 at the time. Luckily, none of his people was there. But guess what? One of the bullets went in his brother's room. So one black man shot up another black man's house over a bitch who was going to be doing some whole shit regardless. You crashing out over a bitch. People be willing to crash out over anything in my community, bro. For real. I'll be having to stop myself sometimes. Like the other day I was playing ball and some nigga was talking on some tough shit. I was this close from popping on him, bro. This close. And I had to stop myself because I'm like, yo, I'm on deployment right now. I'm in a foreign country. I'm on a military base. Let me not pop on this dude. We get into a fight, or I hurt him, or he hurts me. Either way, whatever the outcome, no matter if I win the fight or not, no matter what happens, it's going to be bad. I get Article 15. I get kicked out the army. Or maybe not just kicked out the army, just in trouble. Do I really want all those problems that come with it? No. So guess what? I was the bigger man. I did tell him to shut the fuck up. He talked too much. But I walked away. I was like, man, I'm out, bro. This man talking too much, bro. I walked away, though. On my YouTube channel, I don't never act like, oh, I'm this super tough nigga. Nah. But I was going to pop on him. I got in his face and everything, but I stopped myself. Because of the environment that I grew up in, the culture I grew up in. And now, guess what? When I was walking away, I was like, damn, did I look pussy? I almost got stuck in that mentality for a second. I almost became a crash out over something that wasn't worth it, over basketball. You ever went to that's why I don't even play basketball in my hood no more. Whenever I go back to New York, like let's say after I leave the army, if I move back to New York, I ain't going to my old hood playing basketball like I used to the first time because I remember one day I was playing basketball and I'm not the best basketball player, but I'm pretty good. I was busting one nigga ass, right? And I left to go to the store. I came back. I was like, yo, I got next. 2 niggas that I actually grew up with, but I never really knew them like that. They was like, nah, you don't got next. You don't got next. Nah. They was on timing, bro, for no reason. I was like, what, nigga? So me and one of the dudes started arguing. I know he got a pole because he grabbing his backpack and shit. So I was like, all right. I just walked away. I was like, all right, bro. And he was popping shit. He was like, yeah. Nah, little did he know I had my pole on me too in my bag. Facts. Big facts. But what if I would have backed my pole out, right? Or what if he would have backed his pole? Now I just got it in the shootout in broad daylight in the middle of New York City. So I walked away from it, bro. I kept my head on a swivel, yeah, but I walked away because the problems wasn't worth it, bro. It's not worth it. The things we doing, the things we glorify, the things we focus on in my community, none of that shit is worth it. None of that shit is putting money in our pockets. None of that shit is helping our generational poverty. None of that shit. Sometimes you gotta be the bigger man. Sometimes you don't need to buy that drip. Sometimes you need to stop glorifying the rappers that you've been glorifying your whole life. I'm not praising hood rappers. Yes, I listen to hood rappers. I listen to rap music. I can't even cap. But I'm not praising them. People glorify these people like they're fucking gods. And then they talking about, like, I seen the kid talking about online that he'll never want to move out the hood because he could just get on Section 8 and he'll be good. Have a few babies and the government will give him money all day. This is the mentality that we're instilling in our youth. This is like a 8 or 10-year-old saying that. Yo, I know I don't have to get a job. I ain't being like these adults working jobs. I'm going to get on Section 8. I'm going to have me a few kids and the government going to give me money every month. And I'm going to be Gucci. That's what he said. That's literally what he said. We have to stop this, y'all. I know this video is probably getting long. So I'm going to end this video right here, bro. Let me know if you want me to make a part 2. To talk about some other things that's bothering you guys, but we got to do better, y'all. We really got to do better. Like this video, subscribe to the channel for more content like this. I love you guys. Thank you for everything, and peace, y'all.